Today, I'm gonna be reviewing a very special bench. This is the Wake adjustable bench from Canadian Tire. Now, if you're from America, you probably don't know what that is. Or for all my fellow Canucks Canadians out there, you know exactly what that is. So let's come closer, take a quick look. This bench is pretty sturdy. When I first built my first home gym, which now I'm renovating it and we're moving, that's a whole different story, but this was the first bench I had. I, at the time, weighed 350 pounds, believe it or not. I've already lost 50 pounds. It holds me very well, not a problem. I had this with adjustable dumbbells and it's awesome, right? So sturdy, no matter how heavy you are, it's gonna hold you. I will say though, this does weigh 42 pounds. So getting this in and around the house, if you're not used to lifting heavy equipment around, can be a bit irritating over time, I would say. But the good news is you can rest assured it's sturdy enough, it's gonna hold your weight, it's gonna hold anything you throw at it. We have 6 adjustable positions, so you can go all the way up here for your shoulder presses, if you wanna do that. For incline press, you can go down. Again, super sturdy. The grip is reasonable. I never had a problem with the grip, I would say. Although I don't have a super sweaty back or anything like that. If you can come in here, there's a quick little pop pin as well, which you can push down. Again, it's very sturdy. It won't move around on you. But as you can see, moving it back up is kind of a bit, you have to put a bit of force on it. And then like trying to realign it again does take a bit of finagling, but you can do it. These things are okay. I never used it for any kind of reverse hyper or any kind of ab work, but if you want to experiment with that, it is there. Again, many exercises, incline press, good old preacher curls. You got to get those curls up, right? Anything you can imagine. So let's talk about some of the size specs of this thing. Width wise, it is just 16 inches wide. And then in terms of the depth, you're talking about around 52 inches. So again, considering this can't fold up, you do have to have a kind of dedicated space for it. I used to just put it against the wall. It does work like that. But man, if this thing was foldable, I always kept saying to myself, I wish this was foldable, you know? Then it would be awesome. But as of now, if you do have the space for it, you can put it against the wall, you should be fine. So let's talk about noise. This is one of the categories we review on my channel to get the apartment approved score. With this bench, it can be a little bit noisy. I mean, if you are moving this around, you can hear that clang. If you're trying to get this down, you know, that's not too bad and stuff, but it can be a bit noisy from time to time, but it's not something that, you know, it's an ongoing thing. It's not the most silent bench, but does make a little bit of noise. I bought this thing for 149 Canadian dollars on sale. At the time, that was really good. It's gone up in price now. It's $179 if you go to Canadian Tire and buy it right now. So the time has come to find out if this product is apartment approved. Let's get into it. First, the weight. 42 pounds, sounds heavy, but it's robust. It's not that heavy in hindsight. There are much more heavier benches out there. I would say from weight to robustness ratio, this is excellent. 1 star. Footprint. Being 16 inches wide, around 52 inches deep. I have to say, the fact that it doesn't fold up, it has to lose half a star for that. So I'm only gonna give it half a star. And so for storage, now this thing can be stowed away quite neatly. If you have a dedicated gym space, you know, you're not moving it, fine. It can sit quite nicely against the wall. But again, because it can't be folded away, even there's not even a handle. You have to like physically manhandle this thing to move it around. it's gonna get half a star. For noise, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It's not often you're gonna be, making too much noise with this thing. Although, as you saw earlier, it does make a little bit of noise. But still, not too much noise to make a significant difference for your neighbor's well-being. So I'll give it a 1 star. All right, so overall value. This thing is awesome. Like, if you're just starting out, you have a small space, apartment, or any gym for that matter, and you're on a budget, I would recommend this. If you got a bit of cash to spend, I would definitely say like upgrade to something with a handle, something that at least has a handle and wheels, because you can move it around easier. If you don't have the space, I would recommend more of a foldable bench. I have one in the description below that I recommend. It's on my apartment approved list. Overall value, I will have to give this half a star. I'm not gonna lie. It's awesome in some aspects, awesome in others, as I've said. If you're on a budget and you just need a really sturdy bench you can rely on, I would recommend this though. So I'm just throwing that out there, but half a star. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for the Wake adjustable bench review. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please, if you're new to the channel, feel free to just like, subscribe, leave comments, all that good stuff for the algorithm. Gonna see you in the next one. Peace.